Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 4th. We're going to jump right in here, Aries, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. I have a feeling, this whole entire deck is upside down, so if you're wondering why I'm flipping the cards over, that's why. I don't read reversals anyway, but you start off with this collaborate card, and you have the tower here as well. I've been talking about this for like 2 weeks now. Every single every single sign has had the tower. So again, I have a feeling that there could be some sort of collective tower moment. I said it like last week that I kind of, and I'll say it again, that I feel like the collective tower moment could be happening between like now, basically April and June, the end of June, somewhere around there. Could be anything, So, like I said, I just feel there could be some sort of collapsing down of something, or, like I said to someone else, it could be like, based off of what's going on in the world, could be like a world leader stepping down or something like that. But it just seems to me like that could be happening. You have this collaborate card. It says Aquarius on it. I do feel some of you could be kind of dealing with a divorce or a separation. This has been coming up for you for a couple of weeks, and it just makes sense. Again, you have this card. You even have the Fool here, and the Fool can just represent a new beginning. You have the Eight of Cups. It's like you have a lot of stuff that could represent going through a divorce or a separation. So I definitely feel that for some of you. On top of all that, like I've been saying for like 2 years now, teamwork makes the dream work. So, if you're doing anything at all that you consider to be important, it doesn't matter what it is, doing it with other people, collaborating and all that other stuff is going to be very beneficial for you. You have the Fool, the Tower, and the High Priestess here. Even the Fool, he is collaborating with this little dog right here. The dogs in the tarot can represent like companionship, and they can represent, kind of like guides as well. The dog is nipping at his heels. The dog is like saying like, let's get going. Let's have this new beginning. Let's get off on this adventure, right? So I feel for a lot of you, it's like time to start something new, which has come up for a lot of people. I think because of this right here, the Tower. The tower falls because these people that have been inside the tower, they have been ignoring reality. They are not seeing things for how they truly are. And so the tower falls. The universe is like, okay, you've been, things have been the same for too long, and you're ignoring the things that are going on around you. So now we're going to create a tower. I do feel, again, I say it all the time. I mean, we have Neptune and Pisces. And Neptune and Pisces to me is like the Wizard of Oz, right? It's like there is something behind the curtain that maybe is pulling the strings of everything that is going on in the world, right? So Neptune and Pisces, we can see things be exposed. We can find like hidden truths and things like that, which I feel by the time we get to 2025, we definitely will be seeing those things. But it can definitely cause tower moments. With Neptune and Pisces, a lot of these beliefs can be traditional beliefs, things that you have believed for a very long period of time. The reason I talk about this so much is because I think it's a very heavy energy. It's like when you're a child, you think Santa Claus is real, and then when you get to a certain age, you find out Santa Claus isn't real, and you're like, what? It's like one of those moments. And Neptune and Pisces kind of causes those things to happen. We might, maybe we believe that we're supposed to eat a certain diet, and then we find out it's actually bad for us. It can be shocking, right? You know how people are about their diets, right? It could be just any old belief where you find out it's not true, or maybe it's true, but maybe just in a different way, or maybe there are some changes that need to happen. And so I feel this is definitely an energy that's picking up, and it will be continuing until we get to the end of 2025, basically. And it's going to go beyond that as well. I mean, imagine the changes after everyone has changed. It's like, imagine the changes that are going to come into the world. I keep talking about 2033 as well. And even 2030, like the end of the decade, I think we're going to see some major changes because people will have discovered new things by that time. You have the High Priestess. There's a lot of potential here. Again, I feel that it's like a little bit scary just because we haven't experienced, what is behind the curtain. She has the curtain, the tapestry behind her on the High Priestess. It's like, I feel like a lot of us, we don't necessarily know what is back there. And for a lot of us, I know I'm speaking generally here, but for a lot of us, I feel there's just a lot of opportunity in doing something you've never done before. It's like maybe you have a job and you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you have a job and you want to start a business, or maybe you live in a certain location where you've lived your whole life and you want to move. These are the types of things that will be happening for you, I feel, over the next several years. You're just having new experiences. And so there are a couple things that I think are being pointed out to you. So we're just going to jump forward to this card, which is the chameleon spirit. It says act as if. One of the strongest energies I feel of the time right now, that we can literally just step into an energy. I always use the example. It's like if you want to be something, this card just says be it, right? It's like if you want to be a billionaire, there are certain things that billionaires do those things. It's literally that simple. If you want, and I know that's a crazy example, but it's like if you want love, there are certain things that people who are in love, there are certain things that they do. Just do those things, right? Neptune and Pisces is like manifestation on steroids. So I feel in a lot of ways, that could be what's going on here, is that you are seeing situations where, but here's the thing. What I have a very specific story popping into my head here, Aries, and I'm just going to tell you what it is. And again, this is not a criticism. I always want to say that because I'm not criticizing you here. I just think you could be seeing situations where a person has something that you want. Could be money, looks, could be a person, love, right? It could be a business. And I feel like you're saying, like, how does that person have it and I don't? But I feel like what is being pointed out to you by the universe is that all you have to do is just be the energy. The person that you're comparing yourself to is probably just the energy of what you want. And again, I know I talk about this a lot, but Neptune and Pisces, it's like if there was ever a time where you could step into an energy and just make it happen really, really quickly, it's right now. So I would definitely do that. The other thing is, I feel there could be other things. Like I see you skipping steps, like skipping a step, but I feel this is more, I don't want to say emotional, but maybe like how you deal with people. I feel like you're I see a lot of people stuff here. This is why I'm saying this in this row. And I feel like you're kind of looking at certain interactions. Maybe you have arguments with people for, just to give you an example. Maybe you have arguments. I feel like it's not like you're not arguing with your point with people any longer, but I feel like you're caring less. It's like you're just letting things go. I kind of like this energy for you. You have the Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups here. Again, a lot. For number one, this is a great card of fortune after difficulty, improvements, happy home, happy family. Just intuitively, I feel that this is talking about situations, many different interactions. Those are the words that are popping into my head. So I feel like you could be extremely busy, not just the beginning, this first week of April. I feel like for the entire month of April, you're going to be extremely busy. You could be dealing with people quite a bit. You could be finding yourself more forward focused. It's interesting. Jupiter's about to enter into your first house. Jupiter's about to enter into Aries in May, right? So, kind of interesting to me. I feel like it could be one of those things where you're just getting a lot of attention or people want a lot of your time. But again, there's something here about your interactions. I really feel like you're kind of working on things with this Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, you could be changing your personality. You could be working on your personality. You could be working on how you interact with people. All that stuff is going to be super important with that chameleon spirit that says act as if. I feel also there's a major element of focus in every single reading that I've been doing. The best way I can describe it is, I don't remember who I said this to, but I think in like the March monthly readings, I said to a sign, I was like seeing this thing where it's almost like one of those, I don't know if you've seen one of those static balls. It's like where there's just like a bunch of particles are out, they're kind of like out in space vibrating, and then they kind of suck back in together. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I feel like for like the past like 3 or 4 years, I feel people have felt a little bit aimless, like there is no direction, right? And maybe you've been kind of exploring a lot of different ideas, a lot of different things in life. And now I feel like the balls are sucking back in, right? I feel like things are sucking in. I feel like the energy is coming back together. And here you go. I feel like you're taking the lead here with the Two of Wands. I feel like you are finally kind of maybe not so aimless. It's like you finally have a direction, or you will by the end of the month. And you're going to understand like what direction to take your life in. It's like more, I wouldn't so much call it answers as you just taking the lead. You are definitely one of the signs that I feel like is kind of being an example for other people. It's like you and Pisces, and it makes sense because you two share like the same part of the sky. But I feel like your job right now is to take the lead, is to do things where you make the decision, and there isn't so much of an aimless energy. I keep encouraging people, like if you have an idea and you're excited, I would keep it to yourself right now, but I would do the idea. It's like if you want to write a book, write the book. Don't tell anyone, right? But just write the book. And when the book is done or whatever, feel free to share it, of course. But If you want to start a business, same thing. Just get it started, just get it going, because I feel like what people need to realize is the aimless energy. Everybody else is aimless, right? So if you have a focus, but everybody around you is like a chicken with its head cut off, and you share an idea, it's like they have no focus, they have no direction. They can't give you a direction, right? They're not even going to be able to see the direction because they can't even, tie their own shoes, basically, at this time. And so I feel like it is like your time to take the lead in life, basically. You have this fox spirit, says shrewdness, resourcefulness, especially in business. And you have this clouds card, it says temporary problem. I feel like these little speed bumps, like that clouds card, I feel like it's saying keep going, like don't give up. You have the 9 of Wands here. I do feel that for a lot of us, the type of experience that we could be having at this time, we start a business, we start an idea, we encounter a speed bump. It looks like a speed bump from the past. It looks like something we've experienced in the past. And so we give up because we're like, last time this happened, my business failed. Last time this happened, my relationship failed. I feel like we need to realize that we're not the same person that we were like years ago. So, we need to let those things go and not give up too quickly. You have the Queen of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups here. The 9 of Wands, I feel, is really saying don't give up on an idea. I feel like you are definitely one of those signs that could be experiencing repetitive ideas as well, where maybe you have an idea, maybe it goes away, then it comes back, like you want to move somewhere, you want to start a business, or you want to get a different job. I feel like you keep having those moments of inspiration where you see a different future for yourself. I kind of feel like this is saying try again with the 9 of Wands. You have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a card of your emotions. It's a card of protecting your emotions and guarding your emotions. She is very focused on that cup that she's holding. So it's kind of like a card. She, truly values her emotions. That cup almost looks like a trophy. And so it's a card that says, you need to kind of value your emotions, how you are feeling. And I really feel that some of you are walking away from situations that just don't feel good any longer. The 8 of Cups is like an emotional whirlpool. It is, I always say, normally with the 8 of Cups, we want to make sure we don't get sucked down into an emotional whirlpool. But with the 8 of Cups, we need to make sure that we stay positive, that we focus on the things that we want in our life, and we need to make sure that we walk away from things that suck us down. But I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. So a pretty straightforward reading. I feel like this is mostly saying step into the energy of something you want just by mimicking success. A couple other signs have had a similar message this week, so just seems like a good week to do that. But we'll see what comes up in part 2, which is linked up in the description down below.